SQA Higher Maths 2022 Paper 1 Question 8. Solve log base 6x plus log base 6x plus 5 equals 2 where x is greater than 0. There's a couple of different methods you could have used here, so I'll go through the alternatives for you. Let's call this one method 1. And the first method is to combine the two logs. The plus is one single log. So we could write that as log base 6 of x times x plus 5 equals 2. And there's your first mark there. Okay, moving to the second mark, we can write that as 6 squared equals x times x plus 5, or x times x plus 5 equals 6. So there's our second mark there. And then we can move on to try and solve that as a quadratic equation. So standard quadratic way, multiply out the brackets, we get x squared plus 5x, and that equals 36. So tidying that up, minus 36 equals 0. There's our third mark there for putting it in the proper quadratic form. And then our fourth mark, try to solve that. Double brackets, x and x. 9 and 4 times together to make 36, but take away make 5. So we've got plus 9 minus 4. So x equals 4 or x equals minus 9. But x has to be greater than 0 because it says so in the question. So we disregard one of the answers. So since x is greater than 0, x equals 4 is the only valid answer. And there is our final mark right there. We have to have stated that x equals 4. We disregarded the minus 9 to get that final mark. Let's look at method 2. So method 2 starts the same way. We apply the same rule as before. So we write log base 6 of x bracket x plus 5 equals 2. And we get our first mark. The log base 6 of x plus 5 equals the log base 6 of 6 squareds. Because remember, log base 6 of 6 is 1, so that is 2. And that would give us our second mark. And then we can cancel the logs from both sides to just write x plus 5 equals 6 squared, or x squared plus 5x equals 36. And it continues in the same way as the last method. Minus 36 is 0. There's our other mark. And then for our final mark, solving that equation, we get x and x, 9 and 4, plus 9 minus 4 equals 0. So x equals 4 or x equals minus 9. But since x is greater than 0, x equals 4 is the answer. And there's our final mark there for 4 marks.